Lifetime. We are so excited today. We are finally doing a Christmas preview. Oh my gosh. Yay. It's so exciting. We are talking about the Lifetime Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Lifetime today. And I'm film critic Rachel Wagner, and Jax is here.
Hello. Now, don't think I'm not festive because I do have Reba McEntire on my shirt. Rachel, you look darling. I should have donned a red lip, but I am being festive in my own Lifetime way.
Yeah, I love it. I will always support Reba in any way. Reba fashion. So we're recording this on the 18th of October. So if there are announcements, change in dates after that, we're sorry. We're doing our best to do that. And I'm not sure exactly when we're going to air this. So yeah, we'll just see. So if you're like, wait, they changed the date on that. Sorry. We're doing that.
Let it be said, trust and believe that we are truly doing our best with everything going on.
But Jax, how have you been? How are you doing? Are you ready for the Christmas season starting finally?
I am so excited because, full disclosure, last year loved watching all the Hallmark Christmas movies, but I was also quite sick during that time, so I only got to actually watch the Hallmark Christmas movies. I didn't watch anything on Netflix. I only watched The Happiest Season on Hulu, and I did not catch any Lifetime. And this year I'm making space in my life because it truly is a wonderful Lifetime.
Yes. So all of you that have suggestions for Lifetime Christmas movies that Jax needs to catch up on, then put in the comments section your favorites. Let us know on Twitter. In fact, you can say hashtag Jax Lifetime. Yeah. And we'll keep track of what she needs to watch, because there were some good ones that you missed out on last year. Christmas Ever After.
Oh,
so good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. As I think it's Sugar and Spice Holiday. So good.
What was the one that Ali Stoker is in that was in Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's Christmas Ever After.
That's that one. Okay, so
yeah.
I love her in Only Murders in the Building, and I love her as 808. Like, she's awesome. So okay, I have to do that one. That one we know, but anything else, let a girl know.
Yes, let us know. Hashtag Jax Holiday. We'll keep track. Okay. Or did we say Jax Lifetime? Jax Lifetime. Let's do that. Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
We'll keep it organized because there's a lot going on this holiday season.
And we plan on having some kind of Hallmark preview for you. That'll probably have already much aired by the time this airs. And then we're going to have an All the Rest preview with me and my friend Ryan Cam and Jennifer Chandler, which was so fun last year. Last year we previewed the sci-fi holiday movies, amongst many, including Letters to Satan Claus.
Makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yes, that's right. All right, but let's talk Lifetime, because they have some great original films. Their acquisitions tend to be really bad, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be surprised. But they're starting this year a little later, on the 12th of November, with An Ice Wine Christmas. This stars Rosalind Sanchez and Lyric Bent. Directed Jill Carter, writer Kelly Fullerton. They are using a lot of female directors and writers over at Lifetime, and more over at Hallmark too, which I'm thrilled about. That's great. And the plot on this one, some of these summaries are super long, so you'll have to bear with me. But it's one of Philadelphia's top sommeliers, Camilla, goes home to the magical vineyards of Evergreen, New York, to take part in the town's annual Ice Wine Christmas Festival and Harvest. While there, Camilla spends time with her mother, Sunny, and sister Beth, who manages the local winery for Camilla's former ice wine mentor, Henry. But Camilla discovers changes are coming as Henry plans to retire, scaling down the Christmas festival. Beth also recently hired wine specialist Declan, who plans to take the operation to full year production. Believing in the importance of preserving the magic of Christmas in a bottle, Camilla shares with Declan her passion for Christmas and what an authentic ice wine harvest can bring. Now, before we give our ratings for this, I should say that there is an ice wine movie coming out in what used to be Winterfest for Hallmark with Brendan Elliott next year. That is not this movie. This is something else. We're getting lots of ice wine, and I have no idea what ice wine is.
Okay, I was going to ask you. That was my question. Like you said it like it was a staple. So I was like, okay, clearly Rachel knows what it is and I don't, and everyone else does because there are 2 ice wine movies. Yeah, what is ice wine?
I mean, I'm a sweet little Mormon girl. I have no idea what ice wine is, but according to Wikipedia, it says
you know what ice is, you know what wine is, but put it together, and this sweet little Mormon girl is like, what?
The ice wine, according to Wikipedia, it says it's a type of dessert wine produced from grapes that have been frozen while still on the vine. So
okay, so it's a dessert wine that's cold.
That have the grapes have been frozen. If you know about ice wine, please fill us in the comments because we have no idea.
No
clue.
No, we have no.
This plot sounds really boring to me. It just these what I call sort of scientific farmer movies where it's like we got to create the perfect pear or the perfect apple or the perfect perfume or the perfect, like most of those are really boring. They just don't do it for me. Poinsettias. Oh my, the poinsettia movie was so boring. The perfect tulip. No, thank you. So sometimes they can surprise me. Like I have to say Raise a Glass to Love this last fall season was maybe my favorite of the whole season. It was actually pretty good. And on the summary, it sounded very boring to me. And so you never know. What are your thoughts about this one when you read that summary?
Okay, so the fact that Rosalind Sanchez is in it, yay.
Mm-hmm.
I also, like you, what did you say about the scientific farmer? I love the way you coined that.
Scientific farmer movies where it's like we got to find the right, like the vineyard movies, not for me. Except for the first one.
I agree with, like, I'm not really a scientific farmer person either, nor am I, like, I'm not saying I won't have wine. I like a sparkling occasionally, but I don't have a discerning palate. I've been to a winery once and I don't actually drink wine on the regular. So for me, I know it's going to be something that like I shouldn't say all, that a lot of my like gal pals would be excited about watching, but it doesn't check the boxes for me in terms of, I'm trying to look for what I'm making sure I have the rankings of what.
So we should maybe go over our rankings real quick.
Okay.
So if you don't remember, if you haven't been part of one of our Christmas previews, we have a system for preview, and it's a lump of coal at the bottom, and then a sock is the second rank. And it's all stuff that you can get in your stocking is the idea. And then the third is is an orange. And then top is a diamond ring, because that's obviously the best thing you could get in your stocking, right? So
sock. This is a sock for me. And it's only a sock because of Rosalind Sanchez.
I don't know if I can. I hate starting off the podcast doing a lump of coal. That sounds very grumpy. But I kind of thought her Hallmark movie was terrible.
The one about the barbecue?
Yeah.
I don't eat barbecue. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, Rosalind Sanchez. I like her. Everything that I don't consume on the regular is like, I know I must like her.
I thought it was going to be great because it was her and her husband were in it. And I thought, oh, this is going to be so good, but it did not work for me. So I'm going to give it a sock with like some coal stains on it. It's like getting close there. But it could end up being delightful. So who knows? These readings mean nothing. There are diamond rings that end up being terrible, and there are lumps of coal that end up being diamonds. So we don't know. All right, let's keep going. So we have a picture perfect holiday. When this is on the 13th of November, and it is Tatiana Ali, Henderson Wade, Dinah Meyer, and director J.E. Logan and writer Anna White, who Anna White is going to be our guest for our next watch along, which is so exciting. We are going to be watching Check Into Christmas with Anna White. She's the writer of that movie, and it's such a fun one. It's a great one, and it's going to be on the 20th of November, 7 Central. So support the Patreon. You can any rate of supporting the Patreon, only $2 a month. You can participate in the watch along. Super fun. And so, yeah, check that out. All the information's in the description. But she's writing this one, and the description, again, another long summary, but it's fashion photographer Gabby Jones is eager to make a name for herself and finally gets her chance when she lands a coveted job at a magazine. Encouraged by an editor to attend the annual Christmas photography retreat in the small town of Pine Falls to ramp up her skills, Gabby reluctantly signs up despite not being a huge fan of the holidays. When she arrives, she learns her rental has been double booked with wildlife photographer Sean, but soon discovers there's more to a photo than what you see through the lens. As the two fall for each other, their life choices start to get in the way, and the two must decide if they're willing to take a risk in order to share a picture perfect holiday together. So, why do you think, Jax, that Hallmark/Lifetime loves photographers so much? There have been so many photographers.
It is so true. And what is so funny about that is I feel like the idea of being a photographer, I feel like is the new like architect. You know what I mean? Like, remember, like everyone in movies or TV shows, they were architects, and now it's like the photographer. But there is this fascination.
Like Candace, Cindy, Amelia Ullerup, Merritt has been a photographer. They've all been photographers. It's like the go-to. It used to be if you wanted somebody to have like a really bland corporate job, you would put them in advertising. But now, like the like flip of that is if you want them to be like a creative type, make them a photographer.
Give them a good prop. Just this is have fun with that prop.
And none of them are ever like just normal wedding photographers, except for maybe Alexa Pinavega in those movies. Or none of them are like shooting photos at Sears, you know, that kind of thing. Like they're all like I'm sure regular photographers are like, I wish I could get these gigs all the time.
Like, wouldn't it be wonderful if we were all shooting lifestyle? We're following our bliss.
But all that said, I actually think this sounds really fun. I love the whole, they got the same cabin. And I mean, Christmas Getaway, that's one of my faves. I really love that one. And also the one with Bonnie Somerville and Brendan Elliott. Can't think of the name. That one's fun. That trope tends to work pretty well, I think. So I think this sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a super plump orange. Yeah. I'm a little bit of a fangirl of Anna White. I really like her work. I think her personality is really fun. Tatiana Ali is great, and the plot sounds great. So I don't want to go in saying Diamond Ring because I'm not popping off about it the way I'm popping off about other ones, but a super plump orange. Like it's not going to be one of those weird oranges.
I agree with you. This is like Harry and David orange. This is like really nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Dancing Through the Snow. This is on the 19th. This stars Anna Lynn McCord, Colin Lawrence, Bianca Lawrence, director Paul Shapiro, and writer Adam Rockoff. And it's Michael Foster is a firefighter and devoted single father to 8-year-old Lily as an aspiring ballerina. After a video goes viral of Michael and Lily doing an adorable ballet routine, Michael becomes the most eligible bachelor as women everywhere want to date this adorable dad. However, the only woman Michael has eyes for is Lily's ballet teacher, Olivia. Will Michael be able to dance his way to Olivia's heart? So I'm guessing, this is just a total guess, that Colin and Bianca are related in some way. Colin Lawrence, Bianca Lawrence.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's his daughter or niece or what.
I don't know either, but I feel like that's kind of fun. They must be, or else it's like too serendipitous. And I think that's kind of a fun little nugget in some of these movies when we have that. I'm in for that.
And this will, I think, depend a lot on chemistry. But it sounds pretty cute to me.
Yeah, I also like, I don't want this in all of my movies, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like when there is one of those like trendy, like, oh, I know it's not TikTok, but their TikTok dance goes
like viral. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I would say for me, for this one, I'm not a very into ballet person in some of these movies, so I'm gonna give it like a you know how you did the sock that had coal on it? I'm gonna do like the super fuzzy socks that you actually want in your stocking.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. You're getting like the Bomba socks or something like that.
Yes, Bombas. Okay. Sponsored by Bombas.
You're listening. Yes, I think I will give this an orange. I think it sounds, maybe I'll give it a cuties orange, like those little mandarins.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we have You Make It Feel Like Christmas. This on the 20th, and it's Mary Antonini, Michael Xavier, Stephanie Sy, Alex Polk Golden, and director Lisa France, writers Jessica Glassberg, Michael Verratti, who did Broadcasting Christmas and a bunch of these, and Guy Yosub. And it's Emma is a talented designer who finds herself too busy to return home for the holidays after her work catches the eye of design guru Kate Margulies, much to her father Tom's dismay. When her ex-boyfriend and childhood best friend Aaron returns home after active military duty, he makes it his mission to get her home to celebrate their Christmas traditions. So, what do you think about this one?
This one's tough in the fact that I hate the guilt tripping about women not being able to come home for the holidays, but love a military storyline. I'm gonna go ahead with this one, not knowing. Oh, and I love Broadcasting Christmas. So I'm gonna go ahead with this one and give it another Bombas sock. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not as intrigued as I am about some of the other things on the slate. What are you feeling?
Yeah, and I don't know this Mary Antoni at all. I don't think I've. She looks cute. She looks really cute, but I don't think I've seen her in anything. So that's my only, I guess, reservation. I like Michael Xavier. He's great. Yeah. And it sounds interesting. I mean, I think it's a little bit weird that like the soldier has to go after her, like usually it's not that, like the soldier having to make the effort, but
I love that you're like, that's a lot of work for the soldier.
Yeah, the soldier. I mean,
he's already been serving his country.
Duty.
She's like, look, I know you've been in active duty, but I'm a designer. So
yeah. So I'm gonna give this a Bomba sock too. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. And then we have Baking Spirits Bright, and this is Rakesh Sharma, Dion Johnstone, who was in Sweet Magnolias, and he is great. Adelia Dosani, Praneet Akilia, Manjun Sood, and Nimet Kanji. I am so sorry. I probably pronounced all those names wrong. I apologize. This is director Aubrey Arnason, writers Allison Spuck, McNeely, and Casey Tabanu. And it's Mira takes pride in her family's business of making fruitcakes, despite the decline in its popularity of once being America's most gifted holiday confection. When Mira's parents decide to hire Brady Phillips and his high-powered marketing company to boost sales for the holidays, Mira must fight to hold on to the heart of the company she loves so much. And can I just say, they need to work on these run-on sentences. Like challenging.
Rachel and I could have gone to lunch during that sentence. We're like, okay, cool. We could have eaten a fruitcake during that sentence. You did a great job navigating it, though, girl. That was a journey. Bless you. I would have had to pause in the middle.
This one, it has like a full kind of people of Indian descent cast, which makes me excited. Like, that's different. I've never seen that before. And I think they could have, if it has sort of the right kind of script where there's like a little bit of sarcasm and a little bit of fun with the fact they sell fruitcakes, then that could be actually quite amusing and funny. So I'm actually pretty hopeful about this. I feel like it has enough that's different while still being part of like your typical mold of the holidays. I mean, it'll be easier once I've seen like a trailer or something like, a promo, to know. I don't, aside from Dion, I don't really know any of these other actors, but I'm going to be optimistic and say this gets a Harry and David orange. I'm really hopeful about it. It gets a orange fruitcake.
I actually, for the reasons you just articulated, not to copycat you, but you're a film critic for a reason, were all the reasons I'm excited about this too, that I'm actually going to go ahead and say Diamond Ring.
I was going to, and then I hedged.
Were you? Well, no, I think I felt that. I felt that in you. But again, like you said, in a way, some things mean nothing until we see, but there's something about this fruitcake plot that, exactly like you said, if they use that in the way that I think they could for humor, I think it could be real slam dunk.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So then we have Reba McEntire's Christmas in Tune, Tune. And it has got Reba McEntire, John Schneider, Candace King, Justin David, writers Juliet Giglio and Keith Giglio. And it's years after their personal and professional breakup. The singing duo of Georgia and Joe Winter agree to reunite after their daughter, Belle, asked them to participate in a Christmas charity concert, only to find themselves getting back in tune on stage and off. So anybody who knows me knows how much I love and adore Reba McEntire. I have all the seasons of Reba on DVD. I love the show. And of course, I love her singing. Incredible songwriter, incredible human. So, I mean, Diamond Ring is Reba. I mean, give me a break.
Literally, what else is there to say? I got the shirt, Diamond Ring. She can have my engagement ring that has my mom's onyx in it and my fiance's grandma's emerald. They can take it. That's what this movie is. Like, my goodness gracious, Reba, yes, all the things. I'm right there with you, Rachel.
Yeah. And I feel like she's kind of taking Marie Osmond's spot on the Lifetime calendar. And to be honest, Marie Osmond's movies have been pretty good. So let's hope. Yeah, let's hope that she got some good spots. Okay, next up.
We trust and believe. And Reba, if you need me and Rachel to do anything for you, I'm volunteering Rachel as well. I don't know what you need, but we'll do anything.
Reba, if you're listening, come on the podcast. I would be so excited. I can't even believe it.
Rachel, she's been on my vision board for 3 years. Would you please invite me on if you get Reba?
It's a promise. You heard it here, folks. If Reba McEntire comes on the podcast, Jax will be on the interview. All right, moving on. We have Merry Little Christmas Baby as Liddle. This is on the 27th, and it's Kelly Rowland, Thomas Kudrow, Brescia Webb, Latanya Williams, Jamie M. Calico, Nathan Whitty. Writer Bosede Ayeni Williams. And it's this holiday. The Littles have much to be merry about. Jackie Little and her husband Tyler are preparing for the arrival of their first baby. Meanwhile, Jackie's sister Trina and her husband Julian are thinking about adopting a baby themselves, and spirited fashionista sister Kira's relationship with Chris is heating up. With their family expanding in ways they could never have expected, the Littles are headed for a crazy Christmas filled with merry mayhem and lots of love and laughter. Deep breath. That was long. Have you seen any of the Little movies?
Okay, so I have not, but I have seen most of these fine-looking gentlemen over at the Hallmark Channel, and so you might need to tell me what the Little movies are, but I will say this is a diamond ring for me because I got to know these men through their Hallmark movies. So I'm excited about seeing them in this one, but I don't know this franchise.
It's a wonderful cast. There's no question about that. And the first one was based on Kelly's, I guess, real experience having her family, of course, much I think amplified her family for her first time in her new house when she bought a house over for the holidays, and it was a lot of mayhem. And they were, in my opinion, extremely judgmental of her, and that was my barrier in enjoying the film. The first one, I just found them really annoying. I'm like, she's trying to make you guys a nice Christmas. You could just let go of one thing. Like, they were just so, got to do it this way, and you got to do it this way, and you got to do it this way, and whatever. I'm like, let her make the cookies how she wants. Let go. You can't have, if you're coming to somebody else's house for Christmas, you can't have everything the way you want it. You have to let things go.
Thank you. You're a guest in their home. Be polite.
Yeah. Right. And even to the point of like causing electrical problems, and there was like slapstick and their dogs and just a lot of shenanigans. Then the second one was definitely better. But it was getting ready for her wedding, and like her sister particularly was a lot to deal with. She ends up like staining her dress and like ruining it at one point. And there was just, I don't know. I just have not loved either of these movies so far, but I do like the cast, and I know a lot of people really do like them. And it comes down to sort of sense of humor and like what things make you laugh. And so I know that my very good friend Dory, for instance, from All the Feels, she loves these movies. So she'd be going diamond ring all day. For me, I'm going to give it a sock, but I hope that this one will be the one that will finally kind of totally win me over.
Is there any coal on that sock, though? I gotta ask.
No, because I think they are well-meaning enough, and the cast is talented enough and has chemistry enough for it to be like watchable. I'm not wanting to like, I'm not praying for death while watching, like a true coal. So, all right. I mean, so what would you say, given your inexperience with the franchise?
Oh, given my inexperience, I actually am going to give it a diamond ring just because I really like the cast, and I don't have the added experience or baggage of having anything that I know come before it. So right now it's pure unbridled optimism only based on the cast and the summary, which sounds fun, but I'm interested to see. Now, do you think I need to watch the other two before I watch this, or you think it's okay?
I doubt it. Okay. I doubt it. They just had like a crazy wedding. That's all you need to know.
That's all. Okay. And I already got filled in. I'm not missing much. So I'll just watch Merry Little Christmas Baby.
Ho, ho, ho. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies Patreon.
Do you love Hallmarkies podcast, especially at Christmas?
Do you enjoy the holiday previews, recaps, interviews, and bonus episodes?
If the answer is yes, please consider supporting the Hallmarkies Patreon. We need your help to do what we do both during the Christmas season and all year round.
But not only do you help a podcast led by strong, independent women by becoming a Patreon, you get to become a part of the Hallmarkies family.
Starting at only $2 a month as a patron, you will have access to our Facebook Patreon group where we talk about the movies, shows, and more all year.
We also have many monthly patron watch-alongs with guests like Lacey Chabert, Natalie Hall, Paul Campbell, Mary Lou Henner, and more, giving their behind-the-scenes details of their films.
As a patron, you also have the chance to provide input into the podcast and even join us at different tiers.
So this Christmas season, spread some cheer to the Hallmarkies Patreon and become a member today. You won't regret it.
Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies to learn more.
That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
Okay, on the 28th, we have Miracle in Motor City. This is Tia Mowry, Mark Taylor, Smokey Robinson, director Alfonso Etui. Sorry, am I butchering your name? Okay, it's
You
Amber
sound good to me when you say it. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
Amber DuPont bites off more than she can chew when she takes charge of her church's annual Christmas pageant and then inadvertently promises to deliver a special performance by Motown legend Smokey Robinson. When her best friends secretly enlist Amber's former flame Eddie to help, the pair reconnect in a quest to find Smokey and convince him to appear. With the clock ticking, family, friends, and superstar Smokey Robinson come together to stage the most special pageant yet. So what do you think about this one?
Okay, I feel weird saying this because it seems I don't want anyone to think I'm just pivoting into being completely 100% hype girl positive, but we just happen to have a few in a row that I'm really excited about. Guys, it's Smokey Robinson, it's Tia Mowry. Like for me, it's a diamond ring. I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to say, so Mark Taylor, his first movie for Hallmark was, I think it was like A Christmas to Remember or something like that. What was it called?
So I remember thinking that I liked him.
Memories of Christmas. That movie was boring.
But it's so funny that you say that.
So
I remember
generic.
I remember liking him like vaguely, but I don't even remember what movie. So I'm like, it couldn't have been super memorable, which
It was
ironically
so
called
bland.
Memories of Christmas.
Yeah, very forgettable. But then last year blew me out of the water. Christmas Tree Grows in Colorado. That movie was a billion times better than I ever thought it was going to be. It was one of my favorites of the whole year. And so all of a sudden I'm like way high on Mark Taylor. And not that the other one was his fault, but it was our first experience with him. And so, that's where we're at. But he was so great in The Christmas Tree in Colorado and Grows in Colorado. And so this has me excited. I feel like he's going to have really good chemistry with Tia Mowry. And I don't feel like we get enough Christmas pageant movies. Like I feel like we did for a while, and then because maybe they don't want to be associated with like religious stuff as much, we don't see it as much. But I am glad to see it, and I think it could be really fun. And Smokey Robinson, and love him. So I'm actually really excited about this. I think it might get my first diamond ring. Yes.
Yeah, if he can give us half the heat that he gave on the kiss in A Christmas Tree Grows in Colorado, I think anyway.
Yeah, it was swoon meets worthy. All right. What did you give it?
Oh, this one I am giving a diamond ring.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right.
For sure. Yeah. I have to.
All right, good. Okay, then on the 29th, we have Welcome to the Christmas Family Reunion. This is Michelle Argus, Alonzo B. Slater, and Isaiah Epperson. Director Jake Helgren, writer Michael H. Daniels, and Jake Helgren's screenplay. He always kind of double doses it, Jake Helgren. He has done tons of these movies, and he's actually going to appear another time on this preview. So he's a busy man. All right. Event planner Amy helps rising singer Tiffany Christmas plan her holiday family reunion. Along the way, Amy must navigate some challenging family dynamics, especially among Tiffany's aunts, as well as her own growing feelings for Tiffany's cousin Calvin. Will she be able to pull off an amazing Christmas family reunion? And this has let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So what do you think about this? So you've got her assistant, event planner, Amy, and planning stuff for rising singer Tiffany.
Can
What do you
I
think?
say, okay, so Jake Helgren, I like his work. I think it's exciting. Can I actually say something that is a little bit of like personal baggage about this
Sure,
one? Or
please.
is that appropriate? Okay, so years ago, and we're still friends, he's a great guy, but when my boyfriend and I broke up probably 8 years ago, he moved to LA and he became really good friends with the lead of this movie, who was a very attractive woman named Michelle. I felt when I would see them on his Instagram together, very there was a little green-eyed monster. So I'm not super excited to watch her on screen and be real.
Fair.
That's maybe look, I think I've heard that she is a lovely woman. She's beautiful. But to be honest, and sorry if this seems catty, I know this is about me and my own issues, but in the interest of being honest, I'm gonna say it's like a regular sock for me, and only
Yeah.
because of that. Michelle, I know you're lovely. I'm sorry, but that's my truth.
Hey, as long as you own it, your personal bias, then that's all you can expect. I do have to say, she was in a Christmas movie last year called Homemade Christmas, which was a cold hardcore. It was really bad.
Wait, Rachel, are you telling me? Wait, sorry, wait. You didn't like it was like
It
is
was
she
it was really bad, and
okay?
I just really disliked the writing and the characters and the performances and the story. It was not for me. Um, one of my least favorite.
I hate that that makes me happy. I'm gonna need to deal with this offline. Anyway, thank you for that though, Rachel.
And yeah, so this one it looks fine. It sounds better than the one from last year. So I will give this one I'm gonna give it a sock, but like not one of my favorite socks.
Yeah, but we
Mismatched socks.
we each gave a sock and they're mismatched. So together you have a
This is like
mismatched set of socks.
when your sock gets stuck in the dryer and like
that's what Rachel and I are bringing you for this one. You're welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Next we have Saying Yes to Christmas. This on the 30th, because at this point, Hallmark, at this point, Lifetime is now doing a movie every single day from I think the 25th, 26th onward for the whole month, which is intense. And I should say that our plan is, as far as covering non-Hallmark this year, what we're going to do is we're just going to have a weekly episode and we're just going to talk about whatever we're watching. So we won't necessarily, if we've only watched 2 of the Lifetime movies, that's what we'll talk about. If like, say we maybe watched 2 from this week, but we caught up on 1 from 2 weeks before, we'll talk about that. Like it's just going to be a weekly non-Hallmark episode, not necessarily what happened because it's impossible with it being every day. Like there's no way. So that's the plan, just so people know. Anyway, Saying Yes to Christmas is our next entry. It's on the 30th. It's Erica Provost, Romaine Waite, and director Graham Campbell and writer John Dinn. A magic Christmas wish makes a career-obsessed June say yes to every invitation while she's home for the holidays. But when an old flame, Blake, joins her hectic schedule of Christmas activities, past feelings are reignited. June must choose between saying yes to her career and life in the city or to her heart in her hometown, which I do kind of hate. Why does she have to choose between life in the city and her career and her hometown? Like, what is she really doing that she can't do remotely? That's impossible. Like, no. He can't move to the city. Does he have a successful career? What's
we're living in a whole new world, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's reflect that.
I always say you can't be a good person in the city in a Hallmark Christmas movie or Lifetime unless you are running a parade or a window designer. That is it. And this is obviously true. That doesn't mean this won't be a good movie. I love Rocky Mountain Christmas, and that's basically the same plot as this. So what do you think about this one, this plot?
Fuzzy sock. I also don't like that. I live in a city. I love living in a city. I love going back to my small coal region hometown and being with my family, being with my best friends from high school. But I just want everyone to know that the guys I dated in high school would not be good for me now. They are not nicer. I tried to get them to like me then. They didn't like me then. Every bad, quote unquote, bad boy I've dated in the city at least liked me. They were so
Yeah.
much nicer. Look, guys,
Does your fiance get worried when you go home? Like, stay away
from the flannel wearing?
There's somebody who looks like Andrew Walker. Stay away.
No, because I think he knows that they didn't like me in high school and they don't like me now. So he's not even worried about me. He's like, well, no, they never liked her and they never will. No offense. I like it taken. It's so I don't go in for this trope either.
It can't, like, any trope can be done well. It's possible. This will come completely down to chemistry. If they have good chemistry, then I'll enjoy it. And so I also will give it a fuzzy sock, but it does sound very generic. Okay, next on the 12th, not on the 12th, on the 1st of December, 12/1, we have Match Made in Mistletoe. Great title, I think. Great title.
I agree.
Director, this stars Natasha Lisiniska, Damon Runyon, I love Damon Runyon. He's great. And director Adrian Langley, Jenny Miller, writer Jennifer Edwards. And it's when talented interior designer Emily is hired by a foreign embassy in DC to decorate for their annual holiday charity ball, the newly appointed ambassador Magnus Anderson's minimalist approach creates a roadblock between them. As Emily's undeniable love for the holiday season begins to thaw his heart, an unexpected romance begins between the two. I mean, Magnus Anderson is a great name. I love that name. I actually think this sounds really fun. I am looking forward to it. I think it sounds enjoyable. And so, charity ball, that sounds enjoyable. I like the title. There's no reason to not be excited. I like Damon Runyon. I don't know this Natalie at all. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it a Harry and David orange. I think it sounds good.
I'm going to agree with you wholeheartedly. I also like that it's in DC and it's that sort of, I think that's another interesting level of where the event is. So yeah, I'm going to concur. I agree with you there.
All right. On the 2nd, we have A Christmas Village Romance. This stars Jake Epstein, Jenny Ross, and Olivier Renaud, directed by Pat Keeley, who we love. He directed Christmas Ever After. He was just on our patron watch along just last month. So if you want to sign up for the Patreon, all the information in the description. But he's great. And the plot is when romance novelist Diana learns that Maple Creek, a charming pioneer village, is struggling to stay afloat, she uses her notoriety to help generate interest in the town by sponsoring a Christmas gala. Diana rallies her family and friends to pitch in, but she's challenged at every turn by the village blacksmith and town historian Carter. Sparks fly as the two must work to save the village in time for Christmas. But when her gorgeous cover model and secret crush, Greg, surprises Diana the night before the big Christmas gala, she's torn on who to choose and must take a page out of her novels to figure out her true happily ever after. Okay, so I'm going to give this a diamond ring. This to me sounds bonkers and ridiculous. I really think that's good. You got romance novelist, charming pioneer village, trying to stay afloat. You've got a Christmas gala. You've got the rival village blacksmith and town historian. And the supermodel gorgeous cover secret crush. I mean, what more do you want in a movie?
I'm going to go ahead and give it a potentially unethically sourced diamond ring in the sense that we don't know. We don't know, and we're not going to ask questions about it. So we're not as excited as I would be about a diamond ring, and I know where it came from. But I am also, Rachel, very excited about this one.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I think this movie might have been made in Utah. I'm not sure, but I know.
Which I love.
I'm not positive on that one, so don't hold me to it. But I know Jenny Ross is an actress who does a lot of Utah stuff. I mean, and you have Jake Epstein, who is so great. Love him. He's so charming. So that's, I mean, who else could you want as a blacksmith / town historian?
You're the classic combo.
Okay, here we go.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, Hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
Next, we have a Christmas dance reunion. This is on the 3rd of December. Corbin Bleu and Monique Coleman, High School Musical reunion. Love that so much. Director Brian Herzlinger, who we love and adore on this podcast. He's done our watch-alongs many times. He's been on the podcast. He directed some of my favorites, including the one last year with Jenna Kramer, The Twinkle All the Way, which is delightful and so great. So if you haven't seen that, they also did A Very Merry Christmas, the one with the where they go into the alternate Christmas town. That one's so funny, hilarious. Okay, so this one is successful attorney Lucy, along with her mother Virginia, returns to the Winterlay Resort to help celebrate the hotel's final Christmas season. Once there, Lucy is reunited with the owner's nephew and her childhood Christmas dance partner, Barrett Brewster. Though the resort has fallen on hard times and has stopped most holiday events, Lucy leads the charge in recreating the beloved Christmas traditions, including the popular Christmas dance, to bring together new families and new hope to the resort. Now, Lucy must decide if she's willing to take a risk on love and partner up once more with Barrett for what could be the last Christmas dance. So, what are your thoughts, Jax?
For me, this is a cutie, but that's not taking away from like it being like a bit. I really like cuties. They're easy to peel, and it's a super sweet cutie. I'm excited about the High School Musical cast reunion. Yeah, I'm very interested in this one. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, the plot saved the resort. Sounds a little boring to me, but I am a sucker for dance. Both these actors have been on Dance with the Stars. Both of them are obviously good dancers because they're in High School Musical. And that I think that history will hopefully lead to some really good chemistry between them. We had already Corbin Bleu on Hallmark this summer when he was great, and that was really fun. So welcome to, I guess, Lifetime, Corbin Bleu and Monique Coleman. And so I think I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to also give it a cuties because I think it looks fun, and hopefully they'll have good chemistry and it'll be fun dancing because I'm the worst dancer in the world. So I do like vicariously living through other people who can dance.
I also love, living through other people. They can just dance circles around me. I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Kirk Franklin's A Gospel Christmas. This is on the 4th. Demetria McKinney, Chaz Lamar Shepard, and Kirk Franklin. This is director Erica Sutherland, writer Courtney Richard. When Olivia, a young assistant pastor, gets assigned to be a lead pastor at a new church a month before Christmas, she's fearful she can't manage the transition, including getting the choir ready to open the town's annual winter jamboree. Banding together with her new congregation, Olivia discovers a new home for herself and even finds a little Christmas romance along the way. And so this, I guess Kirk Franklin, I think he's like a pastor guy. I don't know. And I don't know. I kind of wish this one had a pageant. It seems like rather than the Winter Jamboree would make more sense.
I agree with you, and I like the fact that this one, I like the gospel aspect, I like the church aspect. I also just wish they sort of went all in with that and had like a pageant. But with that being said, I'm pretty excited
So
about
Kirk
it.
Franklin is a choir director, gospel singer, songwriter, author. So evidently that's who he is.
That's who this man is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it another cuties.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely an acquisition for sure. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully I love gospel music, so
Yeah.
that alone should be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it a sock, but like I don't know. Can you have a religious sock? I don't know if that makes sense.
I think absolutely. I think you can absolutely have a religious sock.
All right.
I'll send you one for the holidays.
Okay, good. Like a nativity scene on it on your sock.
Exactly. A religious sock.
Okay. Then we have my favorite Christmas melody. This is Maya and Rainbow Sun Franks, director Michael Kennedy, writer Lauren Balson Carter. Once a promising singer-songwriter, Abby now finds herself writing uninspired jingles for commercials. As she heads home for the holiday, she's enlisted by the local high school music teacher to help save the school arts program. In the process, Abby rediscovers her voice and regains the confidence to go after her dreams and lets the possibilities of love in too. So, what do you think about this one?
This is whether you want to call it a pretty classic trope that I'm very into. I love the music teacher trying to get back in. Like this I'm all in. I'm gonna give it like one of those nice plump oranges. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it is definitely a plot that we've seen a lot of times before, but that doesn't mean it will be bad. A lot of it on these kinds of stories really depends on chemistry. And I like this Rainbow Sun Franks. He was in one with Lara Vandervoort last year, which was actually really good and fun, where they switch houses and he's in they were very clever about how they were able to pull it off without them actually being overseas. They did a very good job. But that one was fun. I forget what it was called, but if you look up Lara Vandervoort and Rainbow, and I liked him. I thought he was really good and something a little bit different. So yeah, it'll depend completely on chemistry, but I'm going to give it like an orange, just like a regular orange, solid orange.
I hope that we get all sorts of goodies sent to us, Rachel, like different kinds of socks and oranges.
Please. We can put the P.O. box in the
yes.
Yeah, send me all the Harry David oranges. I would be a big fan. Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do before these previews is like we can get them trying to court us and court so we get like the diamond rings and the oranges.
Oh yeah, definitely the diamond rings. We'll take those.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Secretly Santa, and this stars Alicia Dea Josipovic and Travis Nelson, and director Sharon Lewis, writer John Dion. Miranda and Paul are business rivals who accidentally meet at a costume Santa crawl and spend a romantic evening together without learning each other's identities. As their anonymous romance continues online, their businesses merge, forcing them into an unwanted partnership. As they clash while working together on a holiday gift-giving app, their hearts must reconcile their online love when unexpected feelings develop for one another. Okay. There are so much about this to unpack, but I am very excited. I mean, a costumed Santa crawl where they meet, but they don't know who each other are because they're dressed up like Santa. That alone Check. I am in. That sounds hilarious. And then we also have them doing the whole "You've Got Mail" thing, which is like
Yes.
my favorite, and I love it. So combined with meeting at the Santa Crawl with "You've Got Mail," shop around the corner, online romance, whatever, working on the holiday gift giving app, diamond ring, solitaire, huge.
Huge. I don't just want to parrot it back to you, but I also don't want to talk more than necessary and just say the same thing. Literally everything you said, diamond ring, all in on this one. Yes. For all those reasons.
My only wish is that they could like throw in a little bit of actual Santa magic, like have the actual Santa on the crawl, and he like sees them and says, "Ooh, I see chemistry," whatever.
It's
And
a
so-
matchmaking Santa instead of
Yes.
matchmaking children.
Yes. And so he ends up like maybe even like getting them to work together in some way on the app. And you have matchmaking Santa in a Santa crawl. I mean,
Wait, so
sign me up.
Rachel, we don't definitively know that doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that means
Correct.
that I'm even more excited now because I think that's a very good idea that
Yeah.
you have. And the fact that that is a possibility.
Like writer John Dion, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's
You need to collab.
I think so. I don't know either of these stars at all, but they looked cute on the preview. Whatever, they looked fun. So I'm all in.
We're like,
I
you look
think.
good. We love this plot. What's not to like?
I feel like every movie would be improved by a Secret Santa crawl.
I agree.
Okay, we have. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, then we have Christmas Movie Magic. This is on the 7th of December, and it's Holly DeVue and Drew Seeley, who we love. Drew, he's the best. Director Robert Vaughn, writer James S. Blakeman, Ricky Castaneda, and Caitlin English. And it's when entertainment writer Allie Blakeman is assigned a story covering the anniversary of a classic Christmas movie in the small town where it was filmed, she agrees on the condition that it could lead to big promotion. When she meets a local theater owner, Brad, they unravel the mysterious origins of the movie's signature song, and Allie learns that movie magic isn't always just on screen. So the fact that this is Christmas Movie Magic, I'm a film critic. I love Christmas movies. I mean, Artie, you got me. You got me interested. Drew Seeley, love him. So good. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, like a really nice, like Hollywood diamond ring.
I'm going to agree and also add that because I'm such a theater girl and I started doing community theater when I was a little girl, the fact that he owns a theater. Yes, I feel like something about this movie is very like Jackson Rachel.
Yeah,
so
I think
yeah,
so.
I'm going to be right there with you for this one. Yeah.
I think we'll have to have you on for the non-Hallmark episode that week because we've got
Would love
Secretly
that.
Santa. We've got Christmas Movie Magic. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling all those vibes and I would be honored.
Okay, good. Okay, now I can't say the same good feelings about the next one. It's called Christmas with a Crown. This is on the 8th. And it stars Marcus Rasner and Lisa Drew, who I love both of them very much. Director Dylan Pierce, writer Michael Verratti. So before I read this, I already have seen this movie. It came out last year. It was on the Hoopla app. I reviewed it last year and it was absolutely terrible. I like all these people involved. I'm not trying to be mean. It just wasn't for me. I just thought it was very poorly done. Even for one of these royal movies. But maybe other people will enjoy it more than me. The plot is after Cassie returns to her hometown to revive her family's traditional Christmas festival, she meets a dashing stranger, Nicholas, who's volunteered to help organize the event. Sparks begin to fly between them, but little does she know that he's really a prince in disguise, longing to find the true spirit of Christmas. It will take a Christmas miracle of royal proportions for their hearts to meet as one.
Okay, so princes can go wrong, and it sounds like it might have for this. Did you say though that it was Lisa Durup? Or how do you say it?
I think that's how you pronounce it, it's Drew.
No, you're right. I'm wrong. I think she's funny. Is she funny in this, or they don't let her be funny?
No, not really. No.
I
have to go back and listen to the episode where we covered it, but yeah, it was. I think I gave it like a 1 or 2. I gave it a really low score.
Before I had this information, I think she's like charming, so I was a little bit more excited about this. I'll still give it a fuzzy sock because I haven't seen it, but yeah, fuzzy sock.
Yeah, like I don't feel like I can really give it a preview because I've already seen it.
Yeah, you already reviewed it.
Yeah. All right, then we have A Fiance for Christmas, and actually I forgot that we have an actual. When I said that Reba was doing the Marie Osmond movie, we actually have a Marie Osmond movie, so it's both. This is very exciting. This is on the 9th. Fiance for Christmas, Marie Osmond, Amanda Payton, and Adam Gregory. Director Ryan Little, writer Angeline Oleschke. Perpetually single Sawyer makes a fake wedding registry to burn off some Christmas loneliness. Her friends find it and think she's become secretly engaged. Too embarrassed to tell the truth, she instead finds a fiance for the holidays. I love this. This sounds great. I love this. I mean, first of all, the whole idea of setting up the fake registry, so funny. I think that could be great. Very good. What single person has not wanted to do that and just get all this free stuff?
Also, can I just jump in and say what single person shouldn't do that? We should have single people registries. We should have breakup registries. We should have I'm moving to a new home by myself registry. Registries should not just be for people who are getting married. Register.
Yeah. I mean, I think you get you start to accumulate all that stuff as a single person, but like you still, I mean, you do miss out on some major gift giving by the fact that you don't have either a child or a spouse. But anyway, yeah, I agree. And so the idea of her hiring the fiance to help her because she's created this fake registry, I think that sounds so funny and it could be great. So I don't know. I don't think I know either of these two other leads aside from obviously Marie Osmond. But just the plot alone, I'm going like a fake diamond ring because it's a fake fiance.
I like that. I
Cupid
like
Sarconia.
I'm gonna go with a one of those nice plump oranges that you were talking about for this one. Yeah.
Okay, good. You're going Harry and David.
Yeah, Harry and David. Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I didn't know what that was, but I want one. Are they really good?
Well, yeah, the Harry and David's just known for like fancy fruit. They're like fruit of the month clubs. They like especially pears is what they're most famous for. Is Harry and David pears.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love it. So Harry and David orange it is for me.
Yeah, I mean they're ridiculous. They're like $75 for like 12 pears. But
wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean they're very fancy. So if you get put on the Harry and David fruit of the month club, someone is spending for you. If anybody wants to sign up me for the Harry and David fruit of the month club,
put it on your registry, Rachel.
Yeah, okay.
I'll chip in with the girls from the podcast and the listeners, and we'll get you that.
Oh gosh, yes. Okay, then we have Holiday in Santa Fe, 12/10, December 10th. Mario Lopez and Marade Tubia and Amy Garcia, director Jody Marjolin Hahn, and writer Cristela Alonso. And I think that's like the comedian Cristela Alonso. Let me check.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Cristela Alonso. She's hilarious.
Okay.
So that's exciting. That she's doing a Lifetime movie. And it sparks fly when a greeting card executive arrives in Santa Fe to acquire a tight-knit family company that creates ornaments inspired by Mexican Christmas traditions. So I don't know how you make a family business just on not only just ornaments, but on like a specific tiny ornament. You know what I mean? Like not even all different kinds of ornaments, just this like one type of ornament. Like I don't know how you do that, but I don't really care. I really like Mario Lopez for the most part. His Christmas movies are usually good. Marade Tobia is great. We've had her on the podcast before. And Crystal Alonso, I mean, hopefully that means it's going to have some humor. It's going to be funny. She's a stand-up comedian. So I'm pretty excited.
I'm excited as well because I'm hoping, and I think this is too much to hope for, much like how when you were like, this is going to be my version of the matchmaking Santa. I would love if they took a playful shot at Hallmark as like the big bad corporate like greeting card, and they're like just a little, and I just think that'd be a funny in joke because the Christmas movies, like obviously we all like Hallmark, but I think that would be really funny and playful for Lifetime to do one of their Christmas movies. So I'm gonna give this to Harry and David Orange. I'm optimistic.
If they were like, ooh, so you make an ornament of the month, kind of a thing, or like you have Star Trek ornaments or like that.
Yes.
Like that would be funny.
That's what I want.
You have Barbie ornaments. Now we have our Mexican Christmas holiday ornaments.
Give us that, please. Please give us that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm being like the queen of generosity because I'm just giving diamond rings out like all over the place here. But I don't know. It sounds really good. And the fact that it has a comedian writing the screenplay, that to me is hopeful that it's going to be funny and it's going to have some Mexican elements. So it's a little different. And like I said, Mario Lopez, Maria Tobia, great. So yeah, and like the fact that I think it's going to be like in a warmer climate, which you never see Santa Fe. I don't think they have snow there.
No, I don't think.
Maybe if you're listening from Santa Fe, let us know. So did you give it a diamond ring? You gave it
a big
oranges.
The Harry and David oranges, or the expensive ones on your registry.
All right. So we got the holiday fix up. This is on the 11th. It starts Jana Kramer, Ryan McPartlin, Maria Menounos. So she's not only doing those Nuvi ads when you go to the movies, she's doing this movie. Director Brian Herzlinger and writer Jessica Crused. When Sam, an interior designer, returns home during the holidays to help renovate the Bell Harbor Inn, she gets paired with Coop as her contractor. The only problem, he's the guy who broke her heart, and she's the one that got away. That's the other choice. If you don't want to make them a photographer, then you make them an interior designer.
Yes. That's the other option.
Other option for careers. I mean, this sounds totally generic. It'll completely depend on chemistry. And for me, Jana Kramer and Ryan McPartlin are like very high, especially Ryan. I absolutely love and adore him so much. He's so funny. And although his movie last year was very strange, I still am pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be good, but I'm going to give this, just because the plot is so done, I'm going to give it a pretty good orange.
I'm going to give it a QD because I'm also sort of done with this plot, but excited about the acting. So we'll see actually. And here's the thing with hearing plots. A plot can be so overdone, but the dialogue can be so good. So if the dialogue's great, the banter's hot and popping, sure, but not really excited.
Yeah, I mean, some of my favorite Hallmark movies are movies that on paper have like a really lame plot, like Miss Christmas. I mean, the plot doesn't sound that great, but it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Which you haven't seen yet, right?
No.
Miss Christmas.
But I know I need to.
We need to work on that.
I trust it's good because you've said it's so good.
It's so good. Okay. Then we have on the 12th, we have Blending Christmas. And this is director Mala Sokoloff, who we love, Hall star. Writer Adam Rockoff and Peter Sullivan, he's awesome. He's done so many. And we only have one sentence of recap. The holiday season is in full swing when Emma learns that the resort where she used to spend Christmases with her family is being redeveloped. So the how dare anybody ever want to build a new resort / condo? I mean, that is just absolutely outrageous.
It's not okay.
No. Yeah, I mean, I like Haley Duff and Aaron O'Connell. I don't know if I said that. Starring. I like them, and they could have good chemistry. I'm not a big fan of her hat movie. The Christmas hats.
Yeah, I'm giving this one a fuzzy sock.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. Okay, then on the 13th, we have Maps and Mistletoe, and it's Humberly Gonzalez and Ronnie Rowe, director Mia McGuire, writer W. Stewart. Emilia, a cartographer of school maps, has plans for a cozy Christmas at home until her boss has a last-minute project for her, designing a novelty treasure map of the North Pole. Emilia decides to seek out the expertise of North Pole explorer Drew, who reluctantly agrees to help her. As the two work closely, they discover more than either of them ever expected. I mean, I love that there are cartographers still working in this day and age. I guess Google Maps, they need help.
They sure do. And you know what? I'm sorry. Ronnie Rowe is just the man to help them. And I will, just for the fact that he's in this movie, give it a there's nothing fake about him, but I'll give this one a fake diamond ring just because I really, really like him. This sounds quirky and I'm into it.
It sounds like it could be fun. I mean, all the North Pole, Vancouver pretending to be the North Pole is going to be hilarious. I'm going to enjoy that. And so, yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know if I think I'll give it a those chocolate oranges that you're like, boom, pound on the thing. I think that's what I'll give it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I like that we're incorporating new things because I'm into that. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then we have Ghosts of Christmas Past, which is confusing because we have Ghosts of Christmas Past and then we have Boyfriends of Christmas Past over at Hallmark. So we're all over the place. But this is on the 14th of December. Annie Clark, Dan Giannette, and it's Ellie, a serial ghoster on dating apps, is told by a fortune teller that she must resolve her past and make amends with all those she's ghosted before Christmas, or she is destined to never find true love. Over the course of 1 week, she takes it upon herself to track down all the men she's ghosted before the stroke of midnight on Christmas Eve and discovers love in the process. That sounds pretty fun. It sounds pretty creative to me.
Rachel, this is the movie that if I could pick a movie to be in, it would be this one. I love, like, I just love the idea of it's almost like that, the Christmas Carol tale of like, I just think it's fascinating. I love dating culture. I love thinking about ghosting. I think this was just going to be really, really fun. And I love, Dan, I always say his name wrong. You said it right.
Giannette.
Yeah.
Something
I
like
really
that.
like
Giannette.
him. Yeah. So I'm excited about this one. Like a regular diamond ring.
Yeah, I am also going diamond ring because I think this sounds it could be really funny and really clever. And it's the Annie Clark. I don't know her at all. I don't even see on IMDb. So I don't know her at all or whether they have chemistry, but it sounds very creative, like you're saying. And the whole idea of like ghosting and ghosts and Christmas, and very clever, very clever. So I will be very disappointed if it's not good. So don't let me down. I couldn't find the director or writers or anybody on it. So, okay. Next we actually are almost done. Okay, next we have the Enchanted Christmas Cake, and this is on the 15th. It's Erica Durant, Robin Dunn, director Robert Vaughn, writers Robin Doon, Linda Kupakek, and Robert Vaughn. Okay, and then it's Gwen recently has lost her grandmother, and she's struggling to run their bakery and regain the Christmas spirit and figure out her grandmother's magical recipe for the town's legendary Enchanted Christmas Cake. So, yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
A fuzzy sock for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, okay. Sure.
You want to give it an orange, just could be like an orange cake or something, but no.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. Like, okay, orange cake. Like it's not that here's what it is, Rachel. Nothing about this repels me.
Right.
It's also going to depend, like, oh, what else is on
Chemistry.
another network? Yeah, chemistry,
When-
like what will actually happen.
When you're doing, like we said a million times already, when you're doing something this by the numbers, it has to have good banter and has to have good chemistry. Otherwise, forget it. It's not going to be good. I'm okay. Christmas by Chance. This on the 16th. It stars Winnie Clark and Jacob Blair, director Andrew Simic, and writer Bridget Kingsley. Chance owns a struggling gift shop called By Chance Gifts. As the Christmas shopping season approaches, Chance is hired by William, a wealthy and popular entrepreneur, to help him organize the perfect proposal for his girlfriend, Layla. When Chance needs to get closer to Layla to find out what she likes, they devise a plan to have her attend their Christmas party as an old friend of the family. Chance and William continue to spend more time together with the hopes of devising the perfect proposal, but Layla does not seem to be ready for marriage, and each plan seems to fall apart. As Chance and William get to know each other more, they begin to bring out the best in one another and are able to find their true selves along the way. So I was not expecting.
Are these gentlemen falling in love?
I'm checking this. Chance is played by Winnie Clark, who is female.
Okay.
And yeah, and then William is played by Jacob Blair. Yeah, it does kind of sound like, which is a shame because that would have been way great.
Like, it's that movie, Is It Me Before You, where like the two women, they're just friends, but then all of a sudden they're falling in. Like, I love the idea of, I love that. I thought it was two guys who were just getting closer as friends, and then we're like, oh, is there something here?
I am glad though that they didn't make them fall in love with Layla, because that's kind of weird. I feel like they're like planning all the proposals and stuff for this woman, and then like weird. So I don't know. I'm gonna give this one. I think I'm gonna give this one a Cole.
I'm gonna give it a sock. Well, honestly, because now I'm just I need to watch it because like I have it in my head what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, in our minds. So I'm gonna give it a sock.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, then we have Mistletoe in Montana, 12/17. This is Melissa Joan Hart, Dwayne Henry, Jamie Sheridan, director Kelly Martin, and then writer Don Perez. Mary owns the ranch and has been unlucky in love, but that's about to change when a single father, Mark, and his two kids book the ranch for the Christmas week. The holiday spirit is everywhere and love is in the air. So super cute. This sounds really fun to me. And it's kind of fun because Kelly did Christmas in Montana, and now she's doing Mistletoe in Montana as a director.
I am definitely a diamond ring on this one. Look, it's Melissa Joan Hart. She's the queen of Lifetime. Kelly Martin, who is an incredible actor, brilliant mind, I'm sure brilliant director. I'm really, really excited about this.
Yeah, and Dwayne Henry, great. We love him. So yeah, I think this one sounds fun. Okay, and then we have Toying with the Holidays. This is on the 18th. This stars Chad Michael Murray and Cindy Busby. Director Bradley Walsh. Writers Buddy Barron, Emily Moss Wilson. Emily Moss Wilson is also kind of the queen of Lifetime. She's done really great ones. Danielle returns to her hometown for the holidays with her young son, Paul, hoping to introduce him to some beloved holiday traditions, in particular, the town's North Pole Express train. I'm not sure why isn't it called the North Pole, like something with a train.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That is curious.
Toying with the holidays.
That is curious.
I do have to say, I felt like Chad Michael Murray has been phoning it in for a while. He has not made, I guess I actually did like the summer one he did, but I was like the only one who liked it. Most people didn't like it. I can't think of the name anymore. Cedar Cove or something. I can't remember.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
Sand Dollar Cove, something like that.
I think you're right. I didn't watch it. I think it was Sand Dollar Cove.
Sand Dollar Cove.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And of course, we love Cindy. She's wonderful. But I don't know if I really see them as a good pairing up. They seem like a little, I don't know why, but it's just, I wouldn't have thought to put them two together. But it should be fine. It sounds perfectly cute. So this one I will give a sock, like a Bomba sock, I think.
I'm gonna give this one a a good, like a not like a mid-level orange. I think I'm interested to see what Cindy can bring out in Chad Michael Murray. I think Bradley Walsh is a good director. Like I'm optimistic about it, but because of some of the other trappings, I can't go full diamond or full Harry and David.
Right. I can see that. So next up we have Under the Christmas Tree. This is on the 19th. It stars Elise Bauman, Tatiana Jones, and Ricky Lake. And this is marketing whiz Alma and Christmas tree whisperer Charlie cross paths with when Charlie finds the perfect tree for the Maine governor's holiday celebration right in Alma's backyard. While they initially spar, romantic sparks soon begin to fly between the two women as the enchanting tree and some Christmas fairy dust from the town's patissiere extraordinaire, that's Ricky Lake, bring out the best in them and spark each other to take the leaps of faith and fight for love and Christmas magic. So this is the one that is the gay story that they did this year. This one.
This one I'm really excited about because when I got engaged, it was Pride Month, and I it wasn't Pride Month, but I still had my Pride Month manicure that I had. So I had a rainbow manicure. So I'm going to give it a diamond ring, rainbow manicure. I think Elise Bowman is really good about authentic representation. Like, I know when she was working on Good Witch, she was careful about the storytelling, and she did a lot of tweeting about making sure that her character on that show was not gay, but there was a lot that I trust this character in her hands. And Ricky Lake, you guys, come on.
Yeah.
Ricky Lake.
Yeah, I think this will be really fun. And hopefully they'll have a really nice chemistry, and that we'll get enough time with them kind of getting to know each other that will, that banter and that will really win you over to make you really be rooting for them.
And a Christmas tree whisperer sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. It's true. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna give this one diamond ring. I think it sounds really good. And okay, next we have the Candy Cane Candidate. This is on the 20th. It stars Jackie Lass. So she was on a Sugar and Spice Holiday last year, which was really good. Which was their Chinese Chinese Canadian, I guess, a Christmas movie, and she was really good, and I really enjoyed her. And this also has Jake Epstein, so a double appearance for Jake Epstein. And this has director Pat Kiley, who we also have already talked about and we love, and writer Melissa Bustamante. Natural born leader Julia returns to her hometown of North Falls for Christmas to drown her sorrows in eggnog, cookies, and Yuletide after her recent political campaign for city council ended in a landslide loss. It's the perfect place for Julia's holiday escape until she realizes coming home means running into old high school rival Parker, the arrogant know-it-all who beat her in a race for senior class president. When the North Falls mayor resigns, the town holds an emergency election, and Julia and Parker find themselves once again facing off. But as Julia and Parker campaign their way through the Christmas season and plan a toy drive together, Julia begins to see a different side of Parker, and the ice between them slowly begins to thaw. As their political race comes to a head, Julia and Parker discover winning isn't everything. So I'm not sure when this election is occurring. Probably, I guess it's the beginning of January. They're having an emergency election, but I think this sounds really fun. I'm all in. It's a little bit risky these days bringing politics into the subject,
especially even local politics now are even spicier. We're local elections are so important. But I will say, I know they're saying that winning isn't important, but if she does not win the election after not winning her most recent one, and then the one when they were young, I want this for her. I want this for her.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want Jake Epstein winning again. The
No.
arrogant know-it-all who beat her in high school.
No,
Yeah.
we do not. I'm gonna give it
No.
an orange. I'm gonna give it an orange.
Yeah. I agree. Actually, I'm going to give it a Harry and David orange because I think it looks pretty funny, and I like the casting, I like the director. So hopefully it's something different. Something
Yeah,
different.
It
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, we have the Christmas Ball. This is on the 21st. It's Deidre Mullins, Nick Hendricks, Caroline Langrishy, director Amy Barrett, writers Lauren Hynek, and Elizabeth Martin. Claire visits her Aunt Bridget in England for the holidays and meets Liam, a handsome historian who is determined to make Aunt Bridget's manor a historical landmark. Something like that. It's written a little bit weird. This one sounds fine to me. I'm going to give this one a sock, but it could be good if they have good chemistry.
Yeah. Historical landmarks don't interest me as much as British accents. So I guess for me, it sort of balances out, but it's more like a fuzzy sock.
Yeah. I'm like, where are all these handsome historians? If you're out there, handsome historians, let us know.
Yes.
We're ready.
Rachel will make you her fake Christmas
Jax is
fiance and
taken,
register. Yeah.
I'm available.
She will do a fake Christmas registry with you, handsome historian.
Right.
And Harry and David oranges will be sent to you.
Yes. I promise. Okay. Then we have It Takes a Village. This is on the 22nd. Brooke Nevin, Corey Sevier, Ali Chung. In order to make the town's Christmas market a reality, Mayor Alex must convince the reclusive Darcy to loan out his family's historic mill, which is no easy task thanks to a long-running family feud. But as Alex slowly chips away at Darcy's frosty exterior, their feelings grow beyond the interests of the town, leading to this unlikely duo to the prospect of love. Now, I have to say, every time I see any kind of homage to Pride and Prejudice, I immediately cringe, because most of the time that is just terrible in these movies, whether Lifetime or Hallmark. And usually it's just in name only. It's not even the story at all, which this doesn't even sound like. So I don't know why you name him Darcy, but
I was going to ask you, it doesn't sound like there's any sort of Pride and Prejudice, actual, even like sprinkling.
No. But I like Brooke Nevin. I like Corey Sevier. So, it sounds like a pretty generic plot, but they probably will have pretty good chemistry. I'm going to give a sock.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a cutie. I think that the chemistry should be good, but it's another one you don't know until you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And only 3 more left. This is such a marathon. Okay. Rebuilding a Dream Christmas. This is Megan Kaser, Zane Stevens, Bryson John Steele. This director, Sandra Martin. Successful real estate broker Abby is forced back to her hometown to repair a Victorian house she inherited from her grandmother. She decides to sell the house and hires single dad Josh to help with the repairs. Working together brings up memories from her past, and as her relationship with Josh and his 8-year-old son Noah grows, Abby finds her calling and makes a home for herself. Again, this is another one where it's totally going to depend on chemistry, I think. So another sock, I would say.
Yeah, a sock for me, a Bombas one, but still a sock nonetheless.
Yeah. All right. Then we have Hot Chocolate Holiday, and this is on Christmas Eve, and it's stars Aubrey Reynolds and Johnny Swenson, director Brian Bro, and writer Brittany Wiscombe. Colette runs a coffee shop that is known for her secret and famous hot chocolate. When Marcus, a new dessert shop owner, starts to draw in Colette's customers with his own very specialty hot chocolate that tastes exactly like the recipe from her beloved grandmother, she is determined to expose him. But as she gets to know Marcus, sparks fly between the cocoa connoisseurs. Now, I have to say, how many different ways can you really make hot chocolate? I feel like hot chocolate is delicious. But is it really that distinct of this is my recipe?
Okay, can I totally say something that is going to sound bonkers?
Yes.
I feel like I'm a You know how earlier we're kind of coming full circle here.
Yeah.
How I said like I could not tell between wines and I don't care. I am a cocoa connoisseur and I do actually taste the difference
Yeah.
between things. So I'm going to say that I'm actually extremely intrigued by this plot and I'm going to go with a Harry and David orange. I'm actually weirdly excited about this one.
It could be really fun, especially if they kind of like make her sort of sneaky and like, ooh, you know, she's like spying on the hot chocolate. Like it could be fun and it could be funny. But But now this makes me intrigued. Next time you come to visit, you're gonna have to make me your hot
Hopefully
chocolate.
soon. Oh, I will. And I sometimes I like, okay, you put the candy cane in it just for a little bit of time and then you take it out. So it's a little bit minty and then do one cup. Look, we have things to do. Like
Okay,
Rachel,
that's a deal.
I will take you on a journey.
Yeah. All right. Last one. We did it. We're at Christmas, the Christmas day. So exciting. Riding around the Christmas tree. Crystal Joy Brown, Curtis Hamilton, director Jake Halgren, once again, and writer Jake Halgren. Michaela, a successful romance novelist who has had bad luck in love, visits a quaint bed and breakfast for a Christmas writers' retreat near a snowy lake town each year. Upon arriving, she meets a dashing writer, Levi, who soon convinces Michaela that she shouldn't be writing about love if she doesn't allow herself to get out and actually experience it. That sounds pretty cute.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to give it a beautiful classic solitaire diamond ring. Crystal Joy Brown of Hamilton fame also was very, very good in One Royal Holiday for Hallmark last year.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm the plot sounds good. I really like her. It's airing on Christmas. I'm really looking forward to this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I think when I'm like hanging out on Christmas and I'm looking for something fun, this will totally hit the spot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll be good. So there we go. We did it. Oh my gosh. We did it. And no ice wine was required in the recording of this episode.
There wasn't. We could have had hot chocolate. We didn't. Now we guys, we've been talking for so long that now we definitely need like an actual meal after this.
I know.
It's not ice wine. Like it's time for a proper meal. But I've had a lot of fun. So thank you for having me, Rachel.
Thank you so much. This was, a long podcast. So thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it so much. And if people want to follow you on social media, all that fun stuff, how do they do that?
You can follow me at Jacqueline Collier, or if you want a Christmas board game at the Bundle Game, we're selling Christmas board games. And yeah, Rachel, I always love having time with you. And I know you're going to plug this, but everyone should become a patron. Come on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and you can follow me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So please check that all out. And also make sure you're following the podcast at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast all over social media. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave us your ratings and reviews. That helps us so much. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And you can go on our website. If you like my background, you can get those for free. We have them if you go to hallmarkiespodcast.com/Zoom backgrounds, I think is what it is. You'll see it.
I'm gonna have it next time.
Page.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's
super
good to
fun.
know. I will have it next time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. Those are free. Our free gift to all of you. We'll be excited to be covering Lifetime, and this was a lot of fun. Check out the Patreon. Check out our merch store. We have new designs up for the holidays, so please take a look at that. And thanks again, and we will talk to you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.